In this example, we shall find the exact value without using a calculator of 8 1/3 minus 2 1/2 divided by 2 minus 5/6. I can rewrite this question as 8 1/3 minus 2 1/2 divided by 2 minus 5/6. My first step is to change all mixed numbers into improper fractions. So 8 times 3, that is equal to 24. 24 plus 1 is equal to 25/3. Minus 2 times 2, that is equal to 4. 4 plus 1, that is equal to 5/2. Divided by, I can rewrite 2 as an improper fraction with a denominator of 6. I get 12/6 minus 5/6. On my left-hand side, I'm subtracting two fractions, 25/3 minus 5/2. So, subtracting fractions, I find my common denominator. Common denominator between these two fractions will be the product of my two denominators. So 3 times 2, that is equal to 6. Subtracting fractions, my first step, take the numerator of my first fraction, 25, and I multiply this when I divide 3 into 6, that is equal to 2, minus the numerator of my second fraction, 5, and I'm multiplying this when I divide 2 into 6, that is equal to 3. Divided by, on the right, I'm subtracting 12/6 and 5/6. So, subtracting fractions, I find my common denominator. Both denominators are 6, so my common denominator is 6. Subtracting fractions, first step, I take the numerator of my first fraction, 12, and I multiply this when I divide 6 into 6, that is equal to 1, minus the numerator of my second fraction, 5. And I multiply this when I divide 6 into 6, that is also equal to 1. So, simplifying both fractions, 25 times 2, that is equal to 50, minus 5 times 3, that is equal to 15, all over 6, divided by 12 times 1, that is equal to 12, minus 5 times 1, that is equal to 5, all over 6. Simplifying, 50 minus 15, that is equal to 35/6, divided by 12 minus 5, that is equal to 7/6. Here I'm dividing two fractions, so I must use the reciprocal. Using the reciprocal, I flip my second fraction and change my division sign into a multiplication sign. So I have 45/6, flipping my second fraction, 6/7, and I change my division sign into a multiplication sign. So I'm left with 45 times 6 over 6 times 7. At this point, I look to see how I can simplify my fraction as much as possible. I notice that I have 6 in my numerator and 6 in my denominator. The highest common factor between them is 6. So 6 into 6, that is equal to 1, and 6 into 6, that is equal to 1. I also notice that I have 45 in my numerator and 7 in my denominator. The highest common factor between them is 7. So 7 into 7, that is equal to 1, and 7 into 45, that is equal to 5. So what am I left with? I'm left with 5 times 1 over 1 times 1. So I'm left with 5. And that is my answer.